about the installation lastly, and then I'll leave it open for question and answers if anyone has. This piece is entitled, "You Will Do It Again and Better, We Live Forever." With this work, I've actually taken from the first piece from the show, Not Forlorn, Forlorn, and taken that technique of the splattered paint to look like, dirt and earth, and created another skin for my characters out of it. Within this piece in particular, it really dawned on me that the dirt not only functioned as earth, but it also functions as if it's some sort of anatomical, atom, or, a mixture of all kinds of particles that have been ground down and then reconfigured as if it's become human as well. And also I like the idea that it works as an outfit as well as a skin. If the viewer also notices as they pass by, or if they're right in front of it, when the light hits it, there's a gleam and glitter that happens, a reflection of light that happens from the glitter that I've embedded within the paint as it was drying. And I like the idea of, if we were to lift off this layer of dirt or particle matter or, anatomical atom, makeup that it is, if we took all that off, perhaps there's a layer of gold, or that there's this divine light that's actually living underneath this material. Alchemists believe that when you pass on, if you are to be taken from your grave, once you're visited and taken from your grave with the gods, that they actually observe you for how much metal that you contain, because they believe that within your time on earth, that we all somehow, exist as parts of metal within us, that we take on different kinds of metal, various amounts of different kinds. And the more gold and silver that you are made up of, the closer to being perfect, the closer to perfection, like the gods and goddesses and deities and saints that you would become. So I love this idea that perhaps these two figures are actually completely made up of gold underneath, and we're seeing that gleam and glitter underneath that layer of dirt on top. With the figure on the right, the viewer notices that there are 3 different faces, and then on the left there is the figure with the single face. In correlation to those different faces, you'll see that the one face has one medal, the Medal of Honor, and then the 3 faces have the 3 medals of honor. For me, this symbolizes that the figure on the right has actually lived 3 lifetimes, and that the figure on the left is a new soul and has just passed her first lifetime. And that, again, with that dialogue that I keep bringing up, that I really believe that my characters have when I'm creating these drawings, is that the figure on the right is telling the figure on the left, "You will do it again and better, we live forever." As in, if you feel as though you didn't do it good enough your first lifetime around and it wasn't everything that you anticipated or expected to be, that don't worry, your soul goes on and you will have a chance to have it become something even better the next lifetime, and you'll be that much more well-versed in this, living in this planet and in this universe. And for me, as usual, like I mentioned in the previous room, I really love for the elements of the drawing to become, sculptural as well, so that the viewer has that other experience sensory-wise. Like that, for example, these medals of honor are now actually, materialized and then put into the installation for the show entitled Devotional Medal. This is where that idea began, so I was trying to actually get a sense of the mirror from the Philosopher's Stone is in You to somewhat very discreetly and quietly be repeated here with these small faces on the medals. But I really felt like within the drawing with just ink, it wasn't being communicated as clearly as I wanted it to, so that I felt that I actually really needed to make the medals with the actual mirror being held on to make that idea go even further. And with that being said, we can move on to the installation.